Right, welcome to this brief announcement video here. It's about Apocalypse. So as this video goes live, our latest Apocalypse video should be live for you to see as well here on YouTube. It's a bit of a special one and a slight switch and change in direction, and for the better, I think. I've just been listening to what people have been saying, listening to the feedback that's been coming through. Been using the YouTube community page to do that. You can post pictures on there, comments, images, and polls as well. You can ask people questions and give them multiple options, and everyone can vote. And it's a great way of getting feedback from subscribers and followers on the channel. So been asking all sorts of questions over on the community page. You can see the different results that have come through, and thanks very much to literally thousands of people that have voted and given their feedback and comments. So one of the questions that I asked was about Apocalypse using the new rules. Notice that the latest couple of Apocalypse games weren't getting as many views as usual, and some of the comments coming through just the new style Apocalypse. I'm sure it's an okay gaming system, but it's quite difficult to film it because it's all broken down into individual detachments, and you're sort of recapping one detachment at a time. It switches from one side to the next. It's not great for, or not ideal for filming games. And on top of that is a whole new rule system to try and learn as well. And then also one of the downsides was you lose a lot of the depth and detail. You notice when characters charge in, perhaps unless you'd be rolling 1 or 2 dice, compared to all the different outcomes that you can get for regular 40k. So I asked the question, which should we go for Apocalypse? The new rules or standard 8th edition 40k? And the overwhelming majority, is about 80%, was saying go for regular 40k. So that's the decision we've done. So it's nice, the gaming system. This is okay, it's all right, but we're going to switch back to 8th edition. So Apocalypse battles from now on the channel will just be a regular Warhammer 40,000 8th edition rules, and that means that if you're not familiar with this set, it doesn't matter anymore. You just can use regular 40k rules, and you know exactly what's going on. And we noticed that the latest game that we filmed, we set the models out and we just got straight on with the game because we knew exactly what to do, because we're just using our regular rules and lists and units, and it's so much more familiar and a lot easier going. Yes, there's more detail, but when you know what you're doing, it sort of compensates for it a lot. The other shift, and it's an exciting shift here with Apocalypse, and that is we're probably going to do a lot of games now using the proper 40k lore, so the real storylines and great epic events that have taken place inside the Warhammer 40,000 universe. We're recreating some of those on an apocalyptic level. So this is the first one. The Fall of DAMNOS is the latest Apocalypse to be released. If you're not familiar with that campaign, the great thing about it is that as you watch the video and enjoy the game, you also learn a little bit about 40k history as well. And just from playing it, it's been one of the best to play because you're appreciating the whole story and you can imagine what's going on compared to the actual events that you read about. So it added to the depth, and hopefully, as you see in the video, everything that's taking place is all relatable back to the actual Fall of DAMNOS campaign. And it was exciting to organise as well, because you're reading about the storyline, all that what happened, and then you're trying to encapsulate that into an actual battle report as well. So there's more depth to it, and we certainly enjoyed filming it and playing the game, and I think it's ended up as a better battle report as well. But you can judge for yourself. You can check out the video here on YouTube. It's quite long because the story went on, the game went on backwards and forwards. I can't give too much away, but it really was an epic fight to the death. And again, won't say too much about the Fall of DAMNOS. Factions involved, it's the Ultramarines Second Company versus the Necrons. So very unique Apocalypse game. For those, a lot of people have been asking already, are you planning to do other famous campaigns and so on within the realm of Warhammer 40,000? The answer is yes. We've got some ideas already. Just a chance to use some of our collections for some big scale games and actually recreate some of the famous battles that have taken place. Do have a lot of the famous characters and characters from before Primaris Space Marines, so a chance to use those at an apocalyptic level. And those games need to be apocalypse in size to appreciate the scale of some of these campaigns. So regular Warhammer 40,000 rules, so nice and familiar for everybody. The depth is there as well, it makes you really appreciate how good 8th edition is. It is a good edition of 40k. And then from a lore perspective as well, you're getting the real storyline of some of the famous events that have taken place in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. So it's Necrons. Managed to muster an army to get my own collection, plus help from 2 other Necron players. We combined together, and keep a look out in the video, for what we called the Phalanx, a formation that you're able to put together. It's not an official one, but you'll see it when the game begins, and it's something I've always wanted to do, and you see it in that video. It's very cool, and you can follow that formation during the game and see what progress it makes. So I will mention the Plus channel, because I put a poll out on YouTube asking what type of battle reports does everyone like. A lot of people were saying, we'll just keep making the ones that you have, but I was saying a little bit of narrative would be good. So over on the Plus channel, we filmed 2 parts, and I hope to do more and expand this series out, but it's narrative battle reports. And again, it's the fall of DAMNOS on a 2,000 point scale, and playing a variety of missions. I'm actually playing some of the Crucible of War missions, because I don't want to neglect those, from the narrative section of the 40k rulebook. So the first one's called Ambush, Ultramarines versus Necrons, and the backdrop for that is the DAMNOS campaign. There is a second one that we've already filmed as well. Hope to bring that out as well for the DAMNOS campaign also. But playing some of the narrative games, again, playing as competitively as possible, but putting together lists that reflect the army builds for that specific campaign. So again, non-Primaris has happened before the Primaris Marines came along, the Ultramarines second company versus the Necrons. James has been working away painting up the original Manius Augustus Calgar model. It's not the Primaris version, but the original model. He was busy painting him up as best as he could, and then we've been able to use that model. Been one of the focal points for this campaign. So having said all of that, go and enjoy the video. One thing I'd ask you to do is hit the like button, especially for our Apocalypse games. Hit the like button, share the video with your friends, get them to watch it as well, and then even comments as well. You can leave comments, that helps out as well, like a nice big boost for our Apocalypse games, and it sends a good signal and encourages us to produce more the bigger battles on a bigger scale. And who knows what storyline we'll get into next time. Some exciting ideas in the future. Can't give you any ideas or any clues yet what's on the way, but we've already been discussing in detail some possible games in the future, some crazy games that are taken straight from the 40k lore. But there it is, that's the update video. Enjoy the latest Apocalypse on the channel. Please like, subscribe, share the video, comment over on that video. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.